Shawn from Shield Wall Gaming here, and the spoilers that have been coming out fast and furious have been fantastic. It's been so exciting, and the first major spoiler was Dash, the Inventor Extraordinaire, and Dash is, of course, a Mechanologist hero. Now, her ability is you may start the game with a Mechanologist item with a cost of 2 or less in the arena, and it's considered to have entered the arena. We're going to see where that comes into play a little bit later. There are some really cool, some really good, some neat items. The theme of this entire deck is set up an engine, hit the gas and burst as much as you can, and drive towards victory. We're going to see there's a mechanic called boost that really sticks with that theme. So let's move to her weapon. And her weapon is not overly powerful when you first look at it. But if you think in terms of an engine, you can see action, 1 energy. If there are no steam counters on Tecloplasma Pistol, put a steam counter on it, go again. And of course, action, remove a steam counter from Tecloplasma Pistol, and then attack. Now it only does 2. But if there's a way that we could give this go again in coordination with our other items and the other mechanisms and engines we're building on the board, this could be a pretty legit weapon. Alright, the first card we want to look at is called Pedal to the Metal. It is a 2-cost, 5 physical attack. It's a rare. And if Pedal to the Metal hits, your next attack this turn gains Dominate, which, as we know, only allows you to defend with 1 card from your hand. This is from the Guardian from Welcome to Wrath. Now the focus on this card that I want to talk about is the boost keyword action here. As an additional cost to play Pedal to the Metal, you may banish the top card of your deck. If it's a Mechanologist card, Pedal to the Metal gains go again. Now what I love about this is that is so thematic to the concept of boosting, hitting the nitrous on your drag racer, running out of fuel, running out of the parts that you need to get your engine going and keeping it going. So that boost mechanic is really what's going to give the Mechanologist that extra go. It's going to happen in bursts. It's going to happen when you get this engine running, and we'll talk a little bit more about the engine with some of the other cards. Next is the first item we're going to see, and it's Aether Sink. It is a 1-cost, 2-pitch, and it is a action item, Mechanologist action item. It enters with a steam counter on it, and you can pay 1 energy. If there are no steam counters on Aether Sink, you can put a steam counter on it and go again. And the instant is to remove a steam counter from Aether Sink, and it gains Arcane Barrier 2. We knew we were going to actually see more of the Arcane Barrier card effects come into the different set. It's good to see the Mechanologist get another way to prevent arcane damage. Next up is a rare card called Cognition Nodes. And it is a 1-cost, 3-pitch, an action. Pay 1. If there are no steam counters on Cognition Nodes, put a steam counter on it, go again. And then once per turn, attack reaction only, remove a steam counter from Cognition Nodes. The target attack action card gains. If this card hits, put it on the bottom of your deck. And that's important to keep this engine fueled. So a pretty cool card there. Only going to talk about the red versions of the common cards here, but the first one is Overloop. It is a 2-cost, 1-pitch, 5 attack. And if Overloop hits, put it on the bottom of your deck, and it has boost, so you can banish a card from the top of your deck and give it go again. But it works as that cantrip. If it hits, it goes to the bottom of your deck, keeps that deck fueled with cards. Again, sticking with the red versions of the rare and common cards, the next one is Throttle. And Throttle is a 2-cost, 1-pitch for the red version, 6 attack with boost, allowing you to easily give Throttle go again by banishing a card. The next common item is Hyperdrive, and I believe it only comes in the red version. It is a 1-cost, 1-pitch. Hyperdrive enters the arena with 3 steam counters on it. When Hyperdrive has no steam counters on it, you destroy it. And once per turn effect, when you boost a card, remove a steam counter from Hyperdrive and gain 1 resource or 1 energy. So again, another way to build an engine. Attack, boost a card, gain a resource, attack again, because you gave that card go again with the boost. Pretty cool. The next card I want to talk about was an item called Optical Monocle. It is a 0-cost, 3-pitch. It enters with 5 steam counters on it. Of course, it's destroyed if there are no steam counters on it. And as an action, you can remove a steam counter from Optical Monocle and you opt 1. Remember, opting is looking at the top card of your deck and you can put it to the top or the bottom. You will absolutely be running 3 of these, not only for the pitch cost, but for the ability to see what you're banishing. Opting becomes critical for boost to be able to see if you have a Mechanologist card there to be able to give your attack go again. I actually wanted to spend a few seconds on this next card because this is a card I could see having in the arena when I start the game, and this is Induction Chamber. Now, one caveat here is if they find ways to give steam counters to other cards, i.e. the weapon, I think this would be one style of play that I would be interested in. I could just as easily play Cognition nodes or Hyperdrive to play a little bit more for the long game. But this is very interesting. You pay 1. If there are no steam counters on it, you give it a steam counter, it goes again. And then once per turn attack reaction, remove a steam counter from Induction Chamber. Target Mechanologist pistol attack gains go again. So you got to be attacking with the pistol. But the ability to give the pistol go again is pretty strong. And even though this is a 2 cost, doesn't really matter when you can start the game with it in the arena. I don't know if there are other combinations that would be stronger, but right out of the gate here, without seeing all the cards, this is probably what I would start with. And if there are cards that add counters to other cards, I think this would be a pretty aggressive style if you wanted to play aggro. And the last card is a rare card, a dash specialization card called Spark of Genius. It is an X cost to play, 2 pitch, and search your deck for a Mechanologist item card with a cost of X, put it into your arena, then shuffle your deck. If you have boosted this turn, draw a card. So you could pitch 2, play Throttle, attack for 6, boost, pitch 2 more, play Spark of Genius, go into your deck, grab Induction Chamber because you pitched and played Spark of Genius for 2, put it into the arena for free, and oh, by the way, draw a card because you boosted that first attack. I am just in love with this class. I love the Tinker style. I love the theme of it. I can see myself playing this quite a bit. Build an engine, which is what a lot of tabletop games do nowadays. So I'm used to that feel. Go after somebody in bursts. Try to create as much damage in waves, but continue to keep your engine running. Super excited for this. And there were some people that were critics of Flesh and Blood that said, well, you know, this melee Welcome to Wrath thing just is the same thing over and over again. This proves, along with the Wizard, that it's not. And this game is really coming into its own. Now, what does this whole thing look like? We're still not 100% sure, but if you like the base game of this with just the first 4 heroes, you have to really be excited about these first 2 heroes that they've started to spoil. And we still have the Ranger and the Necromancer, which I know DM Armada is going to be spoiling sometime tomorrow. Just want to give everybody a recap of the Mechanologist. At Shield Wall, we're really excited about all this and can't wait for the 21st. Thanks for watching Shield Wall. Thanks for giving us a chance.